Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Miguel back again with another video, and today I'm excited because the phone that I have today is the Oppo Reno 11. This is the brand new phone from Oppo. This is the latest series in the Reno series. That sounds weird. Apart from this, we also have the 11 Pro, which I'm going to be reviewing in a separate video. I have them in the studio, but I thought we'll start with the Reno 11, then also move towards the Reno Pro and kind of give you guys a comparison in a second video. But let's focus on the Oppo Reno 11. Now, I was personally excited for the Reno 11 because I know that a lot of the features or a lot of the aesthetics of this phone kind of are very similar to OnePlus, and there's a lot of OnePlus DNA that you can see on Oppo phones. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick review and show you guys what we have. So we have the wave green color. This also comes in a rocky gray color, which is a very pretty color in my opinion. It's actually the best looking one out there because it kind of looks like a Nardo gray color. This phone is available in both 128 gigs and 256 gigs of internal storage. You can also get this both in 8 and 12 gigs of RAM as an option. The good thing about this phone is that you also get an extendable memory card slot, which is dedicated. So apart from having two SIMs, you can actually also extend the memory. Let's go ahead and unbox it real quick. So we have the booklet up front, and I'm assuming it has the same things that we've always seen, including a case, but the case is not the usual transparent case that you get. It's actually a solid color, and I think this looks way better than the transparent case because those tend to kind of go yellow over time. This is actually way better. It actually even looks a little, not like the actual color of the phone, but it kind of matches the aesthetic. We have the SIM ejector pin, and also we have some safety guide and warranty information. We also have the phone over here, and there's a couple of things that are mentioned over here. A 32 megapixel telephoto portrait camera. Now I should clarify, this is the back camera. I actually confused myself and I thought that the front 32 megapixel camera had a telephoto lens because the front is also a 32 megapixel. We have a 50 megapixel Sony sensor with optical image stabilization. So the main 50 megapixel camera is actually a brand new Sony sensor. We have a 67 watt Super VOOC flash charging with a 5000 milliampere battery, and Oppo claims that this battery is going to be like new for up to 4 years of use. So regardless of how you charge this phone, it's still gonna perform like new even after 4 years. This is something that they're claiming. I'm pretty sure there are terms and conditions to that. I didn't go into those details, but that's something that they are advertising on the website. And we also have the brand new ColorOS 14, which is the latest software, the latest ColorOS. We also have the charger over here. This is the 67 watt charger, and we finally have the USB-A to USB-C cable. Now looking at the phone itself, first impressions, it's a very aesthetically pretty phone, not only to look at but also to hold, because it feels pretty good in the hands. The thing about that I like a lot about this is that both the front and the back are actually curved. So we have dragon tail protection on the front. And the difference between that is, so there's mainly two companies that provide protection. One is Gorilla Glass, and then we have the second one is Dragon Tail. So Dragon Tail is not as good as Gorilla Glass. It's kind of considered a little bit lower. Nevertheless, it is a Japanese company, so they know what they're doing. If I had to compare it, the glass on this, the Dragon Tail glass on this is equal to Gorilla Glass 3. So you still get pretty good protection nevertheless. Overall, the body and the frames of the phone are made up of plastic, which was a little bit disappointing to me. I wish that at least their side rails, or at least the back, should have been glass, and their side rails would have been made of metal. But then I also have to keep in mind that the price would obviously go up. This is a very reasonably priced phone. I'm not going to say it's the cheapest phone out there, but nevertheless, for what you're getting, I think it's very reasonably priced as well. The camera module is something that I saw a lot of mixed reactions from people. I was reading about this phone, and a lot of people complained about this. They were not really happy about the way that it looked, and I have to say it does look kind of weird because you have one camera over here which is just fine, but then you have two cameras over here which look very weird. So for some reason we have this secondary camera, which I believe is the telephoto camera, and we have it in a weird capsule-like cutout, which I don't understand unless there's some sort of sensor over there. It makes sense. But apart from that, a lot of people were saying that this looks like there's a minion staring at you, and it's kind of funny. But I get what they're saying. And I've seen that a lot of phone companies are now kind of going towards that large pill-shaped cutout. I reviewed another phone yesterday, which was the Realme C67, and that one also pretty much had the same camera cutout. So it looks like we're currently following that trend. I believe this is the lighting sensor, and the reason why it's placed on top is because a lot of the times if you put a protector, that may or may not change the lighting. So it's not really accurate. It can mess with the brightness and the outer brightness of the phone. So they put the brightness sensor over here. We have a speaker on top. We also have another stereo speaker on the bottom. And this has stereo speakers. People were confused what this had mono speakers. This has actual stereo speakers. It's not mono speakers. We have the USB-C port down here, and then we also have the SIM tray, which will support 2 SIMs alongside with a memory card. The device comes with a 6.7-inch AMOLED display. It's the best screen that you can get in this category. It supports up to 1 billion colors. It also has HDR10 plus support, and it is a 120 Hz display. So you can actually change it. It's adaptive as well, or you can change it from 60 to 120 or even 90. It's not LTPO, however, but still you do get that fast refresh rate display here, and it has a touch sampling rate of, by default is 120, but it can also be bumped up to 240. Brightness wise, this has about 800 nits of brightness. That's what's advertised on the website as well. And if we talk about performance, then this has MediaTek's Dimensity 7050 chip, which is a chip based on a 6nm platform. And for some reason, I'm not able to do Antutu. It was giving me an error, but I did my research and I was able to get an average of around 550,000 points across different websites and across different vlogs. So 550,000 points is what you get out of the Dimensity chip. And again, this depends on your RAM as well. It can go up or down depending on whether you have the 8 gig RAM option or the 12 gig option. If we talk about the cameras, then we have a triple camera setup on the back. The main 50 megapixel camera is probably the best one. That's the main camera, and it is a Sony sensor, one of the latest Sony sensors out there. And immediately when you turn on the camera, you can tell that this is a good quality camera because you can kind of sense that OnePlus DNA inside of the camera. The color imaging is pretty much very similar to what OnePlus also does, and that's one of the reasons why their cameras are really good. If we look at the secondary camera, it is a 32 megapixel camera, which is a portrait camera, and then we also have an 8 megapixel camera, which is the ultra wide camera, and this has 112 degrees field of view. Talk about the front camera, we also have a 32 megapixel selfie camera here. My feedback is mostly based on how they process the image. It looks good here, but I can actually tell that it kind of also is artificially beautifying the image, which is I'm not a fan of that. Nevertheless, it's still a good camera. 32 megapixels is not bad by any means. Both the back main camera and the front camera are capable of shooting 4K video, so that's really nice to see. Battery wise, we have a 5000 milliampere battery. That's default for almost pretty much every phone out there, and then we also have the 67 watt charger, which according to Oppo will charge this from 0 to 100% in around 45 minutes. And this also has reverse wireless charging, so you can actually wireless charge other devices, for example your AirPods or anything like that. If we talk about price, this is, as I mentioned, very reasonably priced. On the official Oppo website, you can find this for 1600 dirhams, and if you go ahead and try to buy it from there, it's going to redirect you to some other website. So you can actually get this from Jumbo, Sheriff DG, Amazon UAE, and you can also get it from noon.com. So these are the official outlets or the official distributors where you can go ahead and find the Oppo Reno 11 5G. 1599 dirhams is the exact price, which if you convert that into dollars, that's just around $430 to $450, which again is not a bad price in my opinion. You are getting a lot of phone for this. There are some places where I wish that it was a little bit better, especially talking about the body. I don't like the fact that it is a full plastic body. They've still done a pretty good job at making sure that the quality is there. But yeah guys, that's the Reno 11 5G. I'm gonna also be reviewing the Reno 11 Pro 5G most likely tomorrow, and I'm gonna do a little bit of a comparison and see whether the Pro actually has more value and if that Pro name actually is Pro or if it's worth spending the extra money. So stay tuned for that. Let me know what your thoughts are about the Oppo Reno 11. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.